Welcome back, everybody. We are live. This is round 3, Lakewood, Colorado, East Coast Dirtbags Racing. We are back again, round 3 of the SMX series. What's up? I got Cam with me and special guest DJ from the DJ Designs AB Customs crew. Welcome, buddy. How we doing, guys?
I'm doing great tonight. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for being here. And Cam will be here with us shortly. He's taking a little break with the dog. Want to shout out Sosha. Thank you so much from the MXB Factory team. Former Dirtbag does whatever he can to make this series cool. You'll see our new points running order over here. So it's top 20 for both motocross and SMX, and that's going to be updated weekly for you guys. Everybody shout out Sosha. Throw a donation his way. Help yourself get into this top 20 for the playoffs. We'll talk a little bit more about the playoffs in a bit. Right now, we're going to go to our Hangtown recap. Welcome, guys. Let's share the stream as much as we can and get excited for a big night of racing. But taking it back to Hangtown, round 2, it was a wild one. DJ Designs rider himself, T Quail, got out to a hot start. One of our fastest qualifiers. Him and Johnny on the Yamahas absolutely flying. But what we saw from T Quail was what we saw at Pala. Got out to a healthy lead and won by over a minute. So unfortunately for T Quail, he got to bring his talents to the AB field. From there it was Johnny. He really worked his way through the field. He's got low hours on the game, this THM rider, but man, did he show some potential last week. Really looking to take over the series here tonight. Skeet, what a ride for him. Just couldn't hold the pace with Johnny early, but looked good. Got his first podium in a moto of the year. Sosha from there was in 4th, following behind him on the MXB Factory KTM. Looked great once again, just like round 1, was able to get another second overall. So 2 seconds to start the series. And then we saw Pookie, new Suzuki guy, teaming up with Cam Bam 357. So both those guys are on the Makita Suzukis. Both guys were able to get inside the top 5 or 6 overall. So we'll see the overall standings at the end. But a couple of these other guys showing out. Simpson, Johnny once again. Moto 2 without T Quail there. He kind of demolished the field. Came from about 5th or 6th, about 18 seconds back. Sosha felt a lot of pressure, wasn't able to hang on, but still, like I said, Sosha 2 back-to-back second overalls. That gives him the points lead. He will have our red plate on here tonight. Once again, it was Pookie putting in a great, consistent ride at Hangtown in round 2, 5-3 for overall 3rd, and his teammate, who we saw a lot at Pala, Cam Bam, he showed up in Moto 2 as well to join him. Shorty, once again, another Moto 2 guy with his second 5th place of the year, both in Moto 2s. Our guy 625 there, we saw him. And then Viking making his return from suspension, able to work inside that top 8 in Moto 2 on the gas. But the story was Johnny. He sits 1 point off of Sosha coming in here tonight into Lakewood round 3, so it's going to be an exciting one. There you go. There's your round 2 overall results, and we can see the standings on the right.
Yes, it's going to be an exciting night tonight. We got 34 C-Class guys lining up here at Lakewood here today. Definitely curious to see what happens with the points. I do believe we are missing a couple of the faster guys out here. So
Missing a couple guys tonight at the top, but these front runners are looking to gain even more points on the rest of the field. They're here tonight. Tell us about the qualifying, Cam. Who was at the top of the qualifying?
qualifying was good. It was actually very close too. We had Sosha, your fastest qualifier at a 2082. Big D Flyer, new name, also running a 2089. From there, we had Vibes, Simpson, Pookie, Avid Jaden, Johnny, Quad Ripper, Acoustic, Oxygen, J. Lou, Z Dog, T Dub, Cam 357, and Slime Lil Dude for your top 15 qualifiers.
Awesome. Well, let's get down to the track. Let's get down to racing. But first, we're going to do our track overview once again. Today in Thunder Valley, we have a little bit darker dirt, excuse me, a little softer soil here in Thunder Valley. A little bit more line choice, but today's forecast partly cloudy. We will see the sun a little bit, but 86 degrees. No rain in the forecast here today, which is good. But let's get down to the track, and we will touch base with DJ Designs rider, DJ himself. Man, let's hear about the track today. What can we expect out here for these racers?
So you got off to a great start saying the soil is a little deeper than we've seen the last 2 weeks out on the West Coast. Another big thing is the start. It's a super tight right-hander. You got to be super careful on that. We all know how starts go in MX bikes. Some other things too to look for. You kind of touched on corners a little bit. Definitely the corner entry. Some of these ruts, if you don't hit them just right, they will throw you all over the place. And other than that, yeah, just slow as fast in some of these sections. Like you just really gotta be uh, decisive about like what line you want to pick, because if you don't, if you're not paying attention, it will eat you alive for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you, DJ. It's definitely going to take good starts and consistency, just like we see every time in MX bikes. But we will be hearing a lot from you over the course of these two motos here tonight. But let's get down to the gate, check on these 34 riders, and yeah, let's get ready to kick off a good night of racing.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. It looks like we have everybody except for one guy still sinking in right now. So as soon as he gets in, we'll get these guys on the gate ready for moto number 1.
Awesome. Can't wait for Moto 1. It is long. How does it feel so far, DJ, with the 20 minutes plus 2 laps for both of these classes?
Definitely a big step up from what we're used to. We in the fun series we were running just 10+1s, and that wasn't too bad at all. But and then we ran a 15 at Glen Helen at the last round, and that was a little step up, nothing too crazy. But the 20s are brutal, especially by Moto 2. Once the E-road starts to kick in, like your lap times just slow significantly.
Absolutely. We heard about our qualifying top 15. Let's check our ones to watch. Sosha, we talked about him. 2 overalls, both second at the first 2 rounds. That gives him the red plate. He's on the MXP factory team. As well as Skeet, 3rd in Moto 1, 4th overall at Hangtown, getting a little momentum there. So see what they can do. The Suzuki boys, the Makita guys, Cam, they started this trend. Cam and Pookie, both inside the top 5, like we said, and it was Pookie's first career podium, so congrats to him. Great round 2 for those guys. T-Dub, 7th overall at Hangtown in round 2, and then the Normsco guy, he is not here with us tonight, but Dean, showing a lot of speed. He's currently 15th overall in points. Was expecting him to do a little bit of damage here tonight. Our rookie watch, we have Johnny, first career win at Hangtown. What a ride for the rookie. He's only 1 point off the points lead here tonight. For the East Coast guys, Bill Kanigher, 10th in Moto 2 at round 1. They missed round 2 with an injury, as well as Ryan Kanigher finished 9th overall in Supercross standings, looking to finally score some points here today at Lakewood, Colorado. How are we
Perfect,
looking,
and it
Cam?
looks like we got everybody, so we are getting down to the gate now for moto number 1.
Let's do it.
Who do you guys have for the whole shot?
Whole shot's tricky one, man, that's for sure. Let's see who's got these good gates inside. Some of these Suzuki guys, are they going to have enough power up this hill? That is the question. See Slime Dude switching up to the Suzuki. We got some KTM guys inside. Kanigher with a good gate pick. Quad Ripper on the inside. Shorty with a little space in between them. Cooley on the way
On Quad
outside.
Ripper.
Let's hear it in the chat. Who do we got? Sosha for the win. DJ Designs rider cheering for his team. 20 minutes plus 2. It's going to be a long one. Revs are high. We're going to follow this inside. See who can get there first. Slime Dude with a little wheelie. Kanigher Getting pushed a little outside. It's J-Lu. Jaden starting a big pile up in the front. A couple of these guys getting through.
Oh man, so many bikes are getting tossed down that hill right now.
Looks like it's Quad Ripper with the hole shot, holding on to this lead.
Guess I picked good.
He looks good on that white KTM out front, number 37. J-Lu going off the track, taking a ride. It's Vibes on the 102. Slime Dude putting in another good start here. He's been up front at the start of all these motos. Just hasn't been able to get those overall finishes he's looking for. Cooley finally finding himself up front. Oh no, he's going to miss that turn and lose a bunch of spots. See if he can get back on safely. Jumps right behind Skeet. Oh, this turn's going to get busy. Some of these guys getting really held up. Where is Johnny? Where is Sosha? Let's find these guys. We're going to have to go down to Cam, the cameraman.
Looks like Johnny's sitting in around 16th right now, according to timing.
Wow.
Yeah, looked like he must have got stuck in all that. Wow, there's 10 guys going through one corner. Holy smokes.
Most of these guys finished inside the top 10 last week. This is absolutely crazy here in Moto 1. Round 3 is going to shake up these points. Long way to go, though, here in Moto 1. There's Bounty Hunter, a guy we see back there returning to the series. Right now, we're on board with Pookie. Him and Simpson getting together down the hill. They go for cartwheels. Sosha, let's look at our points leader. Excuse me, I'm stuttering. I can't even talk tonight. The action is crazy. Him and Johnny are tied together right now, coming from outside the top 20, and Johnny goes down in the background. Just got to be patient.
These guys are fighting for every single position here on these opening laps. You got to calm down a little bit there.
Back out front, Slime Dude looking to make a move for the lead early here. Great pass. Saw the little back brake slide there. Quad Ripper not trying to let him have it easy, but right now it's Slime Dude out to the lead, that number 314. Feeling good this week on the Yamaha. Maybe it was a good switch for him, but Quad Ripper coming back to the inside. Man, we got a action-packed night of racing tonight here in Lakewood. Love to see different guys out front. Vibes. Uh-oh, what happened to Vibes? Is the engine failed? What are we hearing down there, DJ? What's going on?
It's looking that way. He's sitting there trying to start the bike, but it looks like it ain't going anywhere, man. Bummer for him.
Shorty. ATR Racing, usually a Moto 2 guy, making a statement here early in Moto 1. Long ways to go, but with how well he does in Moto 2, love the position that he's in right now. And Ryan Kaniger, the East Coast dirtbag himself, putting in work here on that KTM. Long moto.
Yep, a good ride for him though, for taking the week off. So he's feeling fresh now. Seems like he's jiving with this track pretty well as well.
Yeah, what was it for him, Cam? I heard it was a little practice crash, concussion. Was it, was he okay to race last week, or was it just a safety protocol kind of thing?
Man, that kid's hit his head so many times. Who knows?
Well, good to see him back here this weekend at the races, and he's putting in a great ride here right now.
Yep, and it looks like he has now slid into that 4th place position, with Fuzz not too far behind him on time and scoring, but there's actually T-Dub now. So something is going on there. T-Dub is pulling up.
Trying to pull up on that PMC TDB Yamaha. Monster Energy backed.
Let's take a look. Actually, yeah, T-Dub has +4 seconds of cuts right now already.
Little off-track excursion. Here comes Fuzz. He's been really making some improvements on that 223 PR team. If only Ruts could send me his right kits, we'd get somewhere. But there's Big D Flyer, one of our new guys here tonight on the Star Yamaha. Put in a great time in qualifying. Did not get off to a great start here tonight, but putting in the work here, moving inside the top 10. Cooley and Skeet. Johnny trying to work his way up as well. Sosha's working his way up. This is going to be a battle to the end. 15 minutes to go, and all our heavy hitters are starting to work inside the top 10.
That just goes to show. I mean, we talk about it every single time.
No.
Those first couple turns and that opening lap really depend a lot, or makes a big difference for your race there. Your fastest qualifier right now. So luckily there's still a lot of time, 14 minutes plus 2 laps.
Something happened though, Cam, out front. Hate to break it off, but Quad Ripper timing and scoring had him out front. But look, now we got Slime Little Dude, Shorty, Quad Ripper, and Ryan Kaniger all right in the same section. So we'll have to see when it catches up what's going on.
Got a 4-way battle for the lead right now. Love to see it.
And the whole field seems like they're catching up. Oxygen, Big D Flyers in this. Sosha's right there. Man, these guys so close. Coming fast down these hills.
Those top 3 guys need to stay clean and consistent right now, because there is a freight train coming behind them.
Right now it's Shorty up front, then Quad Ripper. These guys got to be careful not to battle each other too much. The train is coming. Look at these guys. Sosha has about 4 guys in front of him, and then there's the 3 leaders. T-Dub, and then he cuts the track. AMA's going to have to look at that one. Got to try and get back on. Yeah, got to try and get back on where you fall off. Slime Dude's down at the bottom of the hill, and Oxygen hits him. Sosha gets by both of those guys. Shorty still holding on to our lead. No, it's Quad Ripper now. Gets some breathing room, but now he's off track. Here comes Ryan Kaniger. Man, these guys are going to be bunched up. They got to try and click off some good laps here, Cam, and get away from each other.
Yeah, this has been action-packed so far. The first 8 minutes, we've seen so many different position changes. Oh, now Kaniger goes down. Taking out Fuzz as well.
Man, that's really going to hurt him. He's going to see Sosha, the points leader, go by him, and T-Dub. T-Dub does have a couple cuts, though. He is all the way back to 10th.
Yep, and that little excursion there from Big D Flyer, that put plus 5 seconds. What do you got for cuts on that?
You alive.
Do we have any lap times, guys? Can we touch on that?
Unfortunately, I don't think. Yeah, actually, now they are registering now. So yeah, Johnny was your fastest guy on the track there for that second lap with a 2:14.5.
Oh, and just as soon as we tune into Johnny, puts his hand up, him and Sosha, the points leader, go down. This is for the red plate battle. Getting a little dirty, allowing Slime Little Dude to get back by. Sosha has to take off and get away from Johnny if he can. Quad Ripper, though, out front. See if he can manage this lead. Big D Flyer goes down. Big D Flyer might have some cuts as well. He was riding very, very clean there. It's going to allow T-Dub to get back in the battle. Man, we still got halfway to go. 11 minutes plus 2 laps.
This has been the most action-packed race that we've had so far this season.
This battle for the lead, even like the top 5-6 positions, is awesome. Love to see it.
Quad Ripper barely hanging on here. It's Big D Flyer. He does have some cuts, but he's looking to get by it and check out. These guys are going to have to try and stick with him. Then it's Shorty crossing the finish line. Sosha, Johnny, our front runners in the series. Kaniger getting into Slime Dude, trying to keep it on 2 wheels. He cannot. A bunch of guys are going to go by.
I was just about to say he was slowly dropping down. Oh my!
Big D Flyer with a dirty move, puts the hand up. Quad Ripper's going to challenge him though, as he should. See if he gives any payback here. If he can stay close enough to Flyer by the bottom of this hill. T-Dub hanging in there as well. These guys are starting to check out. Sosha making a little bit of a rough move on Shorty. Knows he has to move up quickly. Sosha can see Johnny out in front of him right now. Oh, and there goes Sosha down again.
This track is definitely a tough one. You have to be patient coming down these hills, trying to get set up into those ruts properly, as we just kind of saw with Sosha, just pushing the issue a little too much and send him to the ground.
Yeah, cornering is everything on this track, especially like this one in High Point next week. It really matters with the way the ruts are set up.
Quad Ripper's showing a lot of consistency, but right now it's Big D Flyer who's looking to check out. One of our fastest qualifiers here today.
That 5 seconds of cuts, though, could hurt him towards the end of this moto. We'll have to see how it plays out, but we still got just under 9 minutes to go, plus 2 laps. Does anybody have what it takes to take down Big D Flyer?
Johnny's coming with a lot of pace right now. Let's check our lap times again after this one.
Yep, I'm still waiting for some of these guys to cross the line there, but a lot of these guys are still about 3 to 4 seconds off their qualifying time. Actually, looks like Johnny just threw down the fastest lap of the race so far at a 2:10.4. So these guys are starting to find their pace and find some clean track.
Quad Ripper's still trying to keep Johnny behind him, doing everything he can to stay up here.
Quad is doing an excellent job, though, kind of running his own race. It looks like he kind of knows that some of these guys have some more pace than him, and just kind of let those guys go. But even for his qualifying time, he was sitting at a 2:11, but we haven't seen anything big or fast yet from Quad. So his best lap still so far that has registered was like a 2:22. But with those cuts, obviously, it's kind of hard to tell.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Johnny right now on track. He is our leader. He's starting to catch Big D Flyer, who has some cuts. Still 7 minutes plus 2 to go, though. Anything can happen. Quad Ripper trying to stay tight on Johnny's wheel. Maybe he's going to learn a few things here.
Severs is in the chat cheering on his boy Johnny as he's trying to hold on to this lead right now.
It will get interesting. On track, Big D Flyer is our leader, so once these guys catch him, if they do, we'll see if Big D Flyer gets chippy or how he reacts to these guys trying to pass him. Quad Ripper
he did
with
put a target on his back with Quad.
Absolutely. Quad Ripper staying tough here, though. Picking up some pace late in the moto, following Johnny. And with cuts, he could win this thing as well. Sosha starting to make up some real ground. If he can just stay on 2 wheels, he can continue to cut into this lead. Shorty latching on right behind him. And T-Dub is up here as well. Just has some cuts preventing him from really being in this battle.
They always say the red plate's heavier.
It does feel heavier on race day, that's for sure, especially when the championship contenders are out in front of you. But Big D Flyer's holding on to this one. Johnny close enough on cuts right now. Starting to check out from Quad Ripper just a bit.
Looking down the track, it looks like the deform is starting to kick in a little bit now, but it doesn't seem to really be affecting anybody at the moment yet. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how Moto 2 will shape up there.
Yeah, it kind of hits a sweet spot for a while, and then after so long, it gets super rough, and you got to slow down and be a lot more decisive with your line choice, and definitely be a lot more patient. But I think they're kind of entering that sweet spot with it right now.
See a lot of guys choosing different lines here, trying not to follow. Sosha picks up a little bit of ground on Shorty here, trying to get back around. 5 minutes plus 2 to go. Johnny's still not around Big Flyer, but he is right there. Knows he doesn't need him, just has to stay close, so he might be playing it, going the smart route here. Can't stay too close. That quad ripper gets involved though, so at some point he might just have to decide that it's better to make the pass. And Johnny goes down. Quad ripper moving into that 2 spot. And he is on the gas right now. That should give Big D Flyer the lead here. JB being a good lapper. Good job getting out of the way. Respect.
He's hands down one of the best lappers I've ever been around.
Quad ripper must have made a little mistake because Johnny's right on him already. Let's see when they cross the line what timing and scoring says.
He's up to second now.
Big D Flyer right
Yep.
now has the lead.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. And then
Quad
Quad
goes
ripper.
down.
Huge mistake.
The one person I'm impressed by is Shorty, doing really good in the top 5 right now. He went 9-8 so far in the series. So for round 3, it looks like he's kind of getting things dialed in.
Yeah, he's been a Moto 2 guy, as we talked about a little bit earlier. 5th in both Moto 2s this year. So if he can be around the top 5 in Moto 1, he usually comes out swinging in Moto 2. Maybe it's the arm pump, you know, gets a little warmed up, gets the juices flowing, and then he just flies in the second moto. But yeah, it's looking like he's gonna have a good day here.
Yeah, he killed me at Unadilla back in the Fun Series after I got my first overall win in Moto 1. He came out and beat me by like 15 seconds in Moto 2. Definitely a Moto 2 guy.
We have a change for the lead. Not sure what happened on track, but Big D Flyer must have made a huge mistake. He was up by a couple sections, and now we see Johnny, our new leader. We know what Johnny's capable of after watching last week's Hangtown.
Yep, that's going to hurt Big D pretty bad. He has +4 extra seconds of cuts on Johnny.
Johnny of the THM crew. These battles have been so good up front. Let's go through the field a little bit here. We still got 2 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Let's see who else is out there right now. Cam 357 on the Makita Suzuki in 7th place. Slime Little Dude still hanging on to that top 10. He's battling with Skeet. Ryan Kaniger still holding on to that top 10, battling with Oxygen back here. Fuzz is in the mix. TK. Z-Dog. Simpson making a little mistake here.
Ooh,
in the top
getting closer.
15. Looks like we got Albie, who was up front early. Bummer to see him falling off here, but still in a point scoring position here in Moto 1. We got Bot and Bounty Hunter, his return to racing here, running in the 20th spot. Pookie,
You gotta
rough
call
one
this
for
out.
Pookie. After 3rd overall last week, rough one for Pookie here.
For sure. I wonder what happened to Cooley. He's sitting back in like 24th right now.
Yes, 4th early in the moto, and a lot of mistakes. It'll get you quick here.
I am blown away of how many Suzukis are out there today. I think we have 6 total.
Love to see that.
We got a battle for the lead. A couple lappers get in the way of Johnny. Has to go off track a little bit, and Big D Flyer's right back on him. It's going to challenge him here on the inside. Neck and neck here on the Yamahas.
Big D's trying to slide in that.
Oh!
Oh man, what just happened?
And they both go down. Where's Quad Ripper? If he just stays on track, he could take advantage of all these guys going off and getting these cuts.
Still a few seconds back. He's coming up though.
Johnny regains the lead, man. These guys were basically touching bars for half of a lap. It's going to be a battle to the end. Big D Flyer is not letting him go. Look at him flying into this corner. Giving the tires and suspension everything they can handle.
This C-Class just keeps producing great racing.
3 laps to go here. Once they cross the line, they'll get that 2-lap card. And we'll actually fly the drone with these guys for a little bit here and watch this battle.
The battle of
These
the 23
guys,
and the 24 Yami.
yeah, they've been going at it now for 20 minutes. We got 2 laps to go. Who is it gonna be? Who's gonna come out on top? Big D Flyer has +7 seconds of cuts. Johnny +4.
Quad Ripper not too far off either. It's got to stay as close as he can to these guys. Maybe hope for one last mistake. Right now it's Johnny up the hill. Big D Flyer trying to stay close. Big D Flyer chooses the inside, makes up a couple bike lengths there. This is going to funnel them both back to the inside here. Let's see if they check up or send this big single. Both of them kind of check up. They both choose the middle line there. About a lap and a half to go for Johnny and Big D Flyer.
Looks like they pulled away from Quad a little bit. Got about 6 seconds on him now.
Oh, and there goes Big D Flyer. He makes a mistake. That's going to allow Johnny to take this one home, most likely. He still has another lap to go, but that gives him the ability to make a few mistakes. Hopefully no crashes, but doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to get around the lap rider, Coco Melon. We see Big D Flyer trying everything he can after that mistake, but it's just going to be too much. Quad Ripper in the background there.
Johnny is definitely putting on some speed now. The lap before that was a 2:09, which should be the fastest lap of the race.
And they got 1 lap to go. White flag. We'll see Johnny enter in our screen here up the start straight one last time here in Moto 1. Coming off a Moto 2 victory at Hangtown and an overall for the rookie. Looking to gain this points lead here at round 3. Moto 1 win is going to help him a lot.
Big D just dumped it off the track. Right behind him.
Oh man, yep. Mistakes from
me.
Big D and these track cuts. He has fallen a victim of that. Fortunately, he just could not stay as consistent. He definitely has a lot of speed.
He does. It's going to be an interesting Moto 2, that's for sure.
Absolutely. If he didn't have that one big cut, it would have been a lot closer.
It's going to be Johnny in this one. Excuse me for all the loud banging noises as well. My cat is knocking absolutely everything that there is on this desk. Little mistake
My dog
from
got
Johnny.
my dog got new squeaky toys today, so
Oh,
I don't know if you guys have heard that or not.
The recording's going to just love that. Thank you so much, Cam. Johnny, Track Hazard Media Team on that Yamaha, the 2023. About 3 or 4 turns to go here, and he's going to take Moto 1.
Yep, no, he's got an excellent gap here. Great way to finish off that Moto number 1 when he can just kind of ride it in on that last lap.
And his championship rival right now, Sosha, who is first in points with that red plate, is running in 4th. So he's going to make up a couple points here in this one for sure. But it's Johnny coming past the mechanics, saying what's up to Severs, and there it is. Moto 1 victory for Johnny. Great moto here for our new guy, Big D Flyer. Really made it a challenge for Johnny. He's going to come across in second. Last but not least, we'll see Quad Ripper here, the 37. What a great moto for him. Looked a lot like that first moto he put in at Pala. He's going to be very happy with that. Sosha, tough moto for him, but still within 20 seconds here. Got to think if he can clean up some of the mistakes, maybe he can challenge for this Moto 2 win.
Yeah, that was a tough one to tell. Those first 3 or 4 laps, those guys were all going at it so much.
Shorty seems to have really fallen off here at the end, but still going to come across in 5th, depending on cuts here with these other guys. But great ride for him. He's a Moto 2 guy, so see what he can do here with a good Moto 1 finish. At the line, it's Skeet and T-Dub. T-Dub does have the cut, so it's going to be Skeet in the 6th spot. Slime Dude and Cam at the line. Cam with a good comeback.
Got it.
And then Fuzz putting in a great ride to get inside the top 10. Good for him. Jay Lou, one of his best rides ever, in the 11th
like there must
spot.
have been more issues there for Kanigher because he was sitting there in 10th going into that last lap, but coming in at 12th, Oxygen TK, Evolved Emperor, aka Albie.
Simpson, tough one, shaking his head. He knows he's got more in him than that moto there with the 16th or the 15th. Oh, Z-Dog, little mistake at the line, and it's going to be Jaybird squeaking him out, but actually Jaybird might be a few laps down. Bounty Hunter in his return to racing is going to score points here in Moto 1 with the 20th. D-Bone, tough one for Pookie after last week's 3rd overall. He's a 22nd. And then McStovepipe, still outside the top 22. Tough one for him. We know these tracks are tough, but really pulling for him to pull one together here for us. Cooley, rough one, comes out on the Suzuki. He's running top 5 early and ends up 23rd. So, well, we'll take a quick break, commercial break here, and then we'll get ready for Moto number 2. It's going to be action-packed, that's for sure. Be right back, guys. All right, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, round 3, Thunder Valley, Lakewood, Colorado. Crazy first moto. We saw Johnny do what he did last week in Hangtown. Who is going to stop Johnny's momentum here in Moto 2? We're trying to get some of these guys in here for some interviews. Don't see any of them joining the chat quite yet. But if they do, we will have DJ or Cam pull them up here. But great ride for Johnny, guys. What are your takeaways, DJ, from Moto 1?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of great racing out there from everybody. Like at one point, like the top 10 were all like within 2 to 3 corners of each other battling it out, and it was really awesome to see. I think it all comes down to you got to stay up, you got to be consistent. You know, even if you're running like lap times that are 5 seconds slower than everybody else, if you do that the whole race, you're still gonna end up, somewhere end up with a really good finish.
Absolutely. I think we saw that from Quad Ripper. Kind of ran his own race out there. Maybe wasn't the fastest guy, but had an opportunity to win at the end just from managing his own race and putting in his own laps. But great ride from him. Who are you expecting more from here in Moto 2?
My money's really on Quad Ripper. You know, he pulled that whole shot in Moto 1 and he was super consistent the whole time. Had a couple little crashes, but nothing too crazy. I want to see him I'm pulling for him just, to finally get a Moto win.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, from my perspective, if I could give an answer, I think Sosha. I saw a lot of mistakes from him out there, but definitely had a lot of pace to still be in the top five. And we saw a few crashes. So I think if he can keep it on two wheels, he can maybe challenge Johnny um, or some of these other new guys that are up front for the win tonight. But definitely going to take a start. We saw Johnny come through the field again. Sosha had to come through the field again. So who's going to get the start? Who's going to be able to be consistent and build that gap with the clean track? That's what it takes. So what do we hear
Sure.
from the chat? What do we hear from the chat? We got DJ in the booth tonight, acoustic, and then Cam is doing our results and getting everything ready for Moto 2. But yeah, crazy night.
Yeah. Also, we have Quad in the hangout if you want to pull him up.
Okay, yeah, let's pull him up here.
All right, I'll drag him.
Quad Ripper, man, great moto. Got out to a whole shot there. The pace was very fast. Let's hear from your perspective. How did you feel out there in Moto 1?
I felt great. I mean, getting the jitters out still, running out front, not quite used to it, but I know I don't have the quite the speed to outrun these guys, but I've just settled with being consistent and rode myself to top three finish. So
You definitely rode your own race out there. What do you have for him, DJ?
Um, guess what's it gonna take to bringing home a Moto 2? You know, is it you just gonna be able to just ride consistent again and think you can at least earn yourself a podium for the night?
I'm hoping so. I mean, you guys can see the night and day difference what a start does compared to last week. I mean, starting up front, you don't have to
Totally.
deal with all the carnage and yeah, I mean, my setup's more ready for rough shit. So hopefully the track stays how it is and keeps getting rougher. I'm gonna get better and more consistent.
Awesome.
Absolutely, man.
Awesome, man. You looked really good out there. Quad Ripper, excited to see what you can do in Moto 2. Thanks for being here tonight and scoring some good points. So, right now, it looks like you're currently fourth in the SMX point standings for the C Class Heroes. So, you're in a great spot for the playoffs. And yeah, just trying to build on what you've done here so far. First moto for Pala was really, really good. So, any other things it's going to take, do you think, to get into the top five consistently here in the C Class?
Putting in the work and when it's not race day, I mean, being consistent. That's the main thing is being consistent. I could qualify dead last, and if I'm consistent, I'm gonna be top 10 for sure.
Slow is fast on these tracks, man.
Absolutely, man. Well, thanks for being here. Good luck the rest of your night.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too. Goat, thank you for the sub, buddy. Thanks for being here. Goat was our guest announcer last week in round two at Hangtown. Goat, the track reporter, will be back next week with us. Don't you worry. Cam, how we looking for Moto 2 here?
Looking good there. We had one person drop out real quick, so they are sinking in right now. And as soon as they get it back into the server, we will get Moto number 2 going.
All right, we are going to talk to Johnny. Johnny, what a start to your night. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's back. Johnny, welcome back to the podium here. Moto 1 worked out great for you. You got 2 Moto wins in a row now. 1 point off the points lead tonight. What's it going to take to be consistent here in Moto 2 and take that red plate into round 4?
Like you guys were saying, just stay consistent out there, and that wins you the race.
Absolutely. What were your challenges in Moto 1? Or what do you foresee your challenges being here in Moto 2?
Track's definitely gonna get rough. Got to slow her down a little bit, but that whoever took second place, he's up there, so I'm gonna have to watch out for him.
For sure. Well, thanks for being here, good man. Best of luck to you and the Track Hazard Media team here on taking that red plate home tonight. We'll see if Sosha can get back in the mix here in Moto 2. You guys were coming through the pack together. Looked like a challenge. Did you wreck on the start? What happened there?
Yeah, I did get I don't know if I necessarily got taken out, but it was a bad start. I wrecked a couple times on the first lap, and then told myself I got to start being consistent here, and then it won me the race.
Awesome, man. Well, great ride coming from the back, hard charger and Moto 1 winner. So we'll see you here in Moto 2 and see if you can't take that red plate into round 4.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
We did hear from our second place finisher. He is locked in if he is on the podium here after the night, but he's locked in, he's focused, so can't take that away from him. Him and his sponsors and his team, they got to get that bike ready for Moto 2, and that's what they're focused on. Fizzlenog, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you, brother. I do want to shout out the community real quick outside of the stream and everything, but thank you guys for everything you contribute. Donations, subs, all this stuff. Even when you guys just say thank you, it goes a long way for everything we do for you guys, and just want to shout you guys out. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. And it looks like we are good to go to get these guys on the gate for Moto number 2.
Let's get down there, man. Once again, Lieutenant with the sub. Thank you. That was Fizz. Appreciate you, bro. Lakewood, though, that's where we're at. Colorado, partly cloudy here today. It is warm. What a great first moto. We heard the buzzer. These guys are getting down to the gate, so let's do it. This is Moto 2, another 20 minutes plus 2 laps on this same track. It is gonna be brutal. We got a gate drop coming in 30 seconds. Those beautiful Colorado mountains in the background, but right now we're in the valley, we're racing. These are overall points. This is championship hopes. This is playoff hopes, all wrapped in one.
What do we got for starts?
I'm going to go with he is a good starter in this game, also in real life. Let's see if he can put it together a little bit better here, though, for this Moto number 2.
So you're going Kanigher for the start. I got Quad Ripper, back-to-back hole shots. And they're off. Kanigher does get a good jump, but it's the Yamaha. It's Johnny up the inside. Can someone pinch him off? No. Johnny gets the hole shot. These guys are going to have to keep him close as possible. Quad Ripper with a big mistake. And he takes out a couple other guys with him.
Oh, man, there's so many guys piling up right now on that step-up jump.
Ryan Kanigher with another great start here in Moto 2. But it's Johnny, the guy looking to take over the series.
Big D Flyer looks like he got buried in the pack, sitting in 13th place. Sosha is not too far back there, a little bit better for him.
Do see Sosha not too far off. We saw Big D Flyer sneaking through the inside there. Cam goes down. He was inside the top 10. He collects his teammate Pookie. The back of the pack is very cluttered. Acoustic in the back once again. After first 2 rounds, he did pretty well. Right now it's Johnny out front, then Simpson, a way better ride here in Moto 2 so far.
Timing and scoring is showing Shorty, your Moto 2 warrior, all the way back in 32nd place.
Man, he's got some charging to do, but was that McStovepipe working on Sosha? Came up a little short on that big triple there, but still on 2 wheels, pushing down this hill. And Big D Flyer making up ground quickly. Already up inside the top 7, right behind Sosha. And Bounty Hunter working his way up in this one.
Looks like your second place guy, Simpson, just made a mistake. Now that's going to pull Kanigher and Oxygen right onto his back tire.
Johnny is checking out in this one once again. Starting to look like
Kanigher's down
T-Quail.
hard.
JB
He's
in the
still
top 10. Was for a second there.
Timing and
Sosha.
scoring at quad in 23rd.
Sosha right now making moves. Him and Big Flyer working their way up quickly. Sosha knows he has to get involved with Johnny in this one if he can. Has to make up as much ground as he can and put in a charge. Show him a wheel. Do whatever he can. This is for the championship here. There's a long, long way to go, but you don't want a guy to get too much confidence on you. Sosha down again in these big, rough turns. Simpson
Oh, man.
in a safe second spot, throwing a big scrub over that speed check. Where is Big D Flyer? Not too far off. Johnny can see him coming on the leaderboards. Is that going to make Johnny stiff, or can he stay clean out there? Can he stay loose and be fluid out in the lead?
One thing I'm curious about is, will Big D, will he actually stay consistent this moto? He did have a lot of mistakes and a lot of cuts there in Moto 1. So let's see if he kind of cleans that up here for Moto number 2.
For sure.
Definitely going to have to clean it up. Simpson's cleaning it up. Fuzz.
Stovepipe still holding down top 10.
And Fuzz on that 223 PR ride.
Yeah, it's been a giant switch up there for these mid-pack guys there from Moto number 1. Simpson was 15th when he crossed the line for Moto 1. So for him to come around now in Moto number 2, that's looking really good.
Oh, Fuzz with a big crash. Here comes T-Dub and McStovepipe to take advantage. The Chesco boys certainly looking good in that new FXR gear. We'll see if Fuzz keeps it clean with him. McStovepipe opting for that main line. Holding it down here for the Chesco boys. They've had a rough season here, but what a finish this would be. Running inside the top 5 right now. Great ride for him.
I feel like everybody's pulling for this guy at one point or another. Love to see it.
We've seen Johnny come from almost dead last to win a moto, but now with the whole shot, what can he do? Right now it says it's only a 4-second gap on Simpson. Will he get tight out in the lead with the whole shot? It's a long way to go, 20 plus 2.
I am down here looking at the track right now, and it looks like this deform is really starting to kick in now.
Yeah, I was doing a fly around the track in between motos, and it didn't look too bad yet. But yeah, now that we're 6-7 minutes into Moto 2, it's really starting to break down.
And we still got 14 plus 2. Lots of laps left to be logged on this track here in Lakewood.
15 minutes to go. 15 minutes can save you on car insurance.
T-Dub putting in a great ride, but he makes a mistake. I think that's going to allow McStovepipe around him.
No goat. We're not on 6.0 deform.
Jesus.
Kanigher with that good start, holding on to that top 10. Not far from McStovepipe and Fuzz and Oxygen and all these guys, so he's hanging in there. Working our way through Sosha. A couple mistakes here on the Suzuki. He's going to
Oh,
work his
Fuzz
way back into
tosses
the...
it down the hill.
Yep, working his way back into that 8 spot around Fuzz, but a lot of work here to be done. A lot of points he's losing here to Johnny today.
There is a very odd kicker on that roller coming down that hill. You have to be very careful on your line selection and how fast you hit that thing.
We're actually going to take a quick break as we go here to look at our overall points. We can see Sosha, who's currently in the 9th position on the track, is our points leader. Johnny, who's looking for the overall 1-1 today, is in the 2nd spot, so he's going to take over that red plate. We can see Fuzz putting in a great ride here. Inside the top 10 today is our 20th spot holder for motocross. In the SMX standings, it's actually Cam of the Makita Suzuki team in 1st. Cooley in 2nd. Some of these guys scored a lot of points in Supercross and have managed to do pretty well here so far in motocross. So McStovepipe, we see him in the top 5. He is in 12th currently in SMX standings. Simpson in 14th. So a lot of guys looking to move up the board or maintain their position. After this round, we only have, what is it, 7 left, Cam? Or 8, excuse me, 8 left. Until we go to the playoffs. So 16 races to determine who's in our top 20 getting that free pass.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the end of this season turns out with the SMX points. Also, still looking forward to racing all of these outdoor races. But yeah, no, it's going to be very exciting.
I would not want to be in that LCQ. My thumbs would not work.
Not at all. That's the one thing I'm trying to avoid.
You're in a good spot so far, buddy. But right now it's Big D Flyer working on Simpson. These guys are battling for this 2 spot. And look who is in their vision. Johnny. Maybe he made a little mistake. Maybe this rough track is starting to catch up to him. Maybe it's just a little bit of that Jet Lawrence tactic where I'm only going to ride as fast as I need to. But Big D Flyer's got him in his sights. With the 2nd place Moto 1, if he goes 2-1, 2-1 overall does beat the 1-2, even though they tie in points for the day.
These 3 guys have gapped the field, though, by a good 20 seconds, so they are hammering down the laps. Big shout out to Oxygen, though, in 4th place, and McStovepipe still holding down that 5th place position.
Absolutely great ride for those guys, but yeah, Big Flyer and Johnny just kicked it into another gear with 10 minutes plus 2. These guys are going to, I think, build a pretty insurmountable gap on the rest of the field. We'll see if Johnny has an answer.
Just about halfway through, 10 minutes plus 2 laps still to go. This track is starting to get rough, just flying around the track right now. It looks like this deform is starting to catch up with some of these people.
What a ride for Simpson. We saw him shaking his head at the end of Moto 1, but here he is looking good on that Arma KTM. It's actually a black KTM. Little Thor backing there. He's looking good here tonight.
Making a statement.
Making a statement for sure. Sosha able to remount after a few mistakes here. He's been making mistakes all day here at Lakewood. That red plate is quite heavy, but you know, overall he's managing the damage very well.
It looks like there's a lot of huge battles going on right now for 8th place, 8th through 13th. There's a lot of guys all neck and neck back there. I don't know if we can tune in back there.
Yep, we're looking now. We saw Sosha, we saw T-Dub. These guys are all kind of single file right now. McStovepipe running in the 7th spot. Then it's Morgan, or excuse me. Not sure what Morgan PMC is doing in there. I can't find him, but him and Albie are right there with Kaniger in the mix as well, still inside the top 10. Cam and Fuzz with a great battle. Slime Dude not far off these guys either. Skeet in the mix with these guys, and Bounty. Yes, they're all close, Cam. Anything can happen. You put in a consistent ride here, even from Bounty's position, you can end up 8th by the end of this one, just by not crashing. Maintain your pace and stay smooth. We just saw Shorty Usually a Moto 2 guy. Coming from almost dead last in this one. Tough ride for him.
Yep, and we did have 2 people retire out so far. Something happened to Cooley. So that must have just happened for him. And then also Cam, the 2CR, also is retired from this moto.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
Tough one for Pookie after a 3rd overall. Not going to score any points here today. He's going to be really frustrated with that.
Broke the kicker on the Dookie.
Broke the kicker on the Dookie. Johnny, big mistake, and then gets into Jaybird. Jaybird the lapper. Is he going to let him go? I think he does. Oh,
Johnny goes down again, gets recollected with Jaybird.
what
That's going
are
to
our
allow
lap
Big D to
times?
slide back up.
Let's take a look at our lap times, man. These guys are checking out here up front.
So far, the fastest lap is from Big D Flyer with no cuts with a 2:11.9.
Okay. So the deform is really getting to these guys here in the C class for Moto 2.
I feel like the deform really gets to the front of the pack a lot more than the middle or the back, like because they're so used to just running such a faster
Oh.
pace that once it kicks in, they really have to learn how to slow it down a little bit. Whereas people in the middle or towards the back of the pack, you know, they're maybe not quite as fast yet, and they're used to running that pace regardless of what the track looks like. So I feel like in the Moto 2, some of those guys that you see in the middle definitely come alive more.
For sure, and even looking at everybody's lap times, a lot of people are way off their normal pace or quality time. Seeing a lot of people in the 2:20-ish, 2:30-ish for their lap time so far.
Big Flyer trying to make a move up the inside on
Ooh.
Johnny. Sneaks it in there. Johnny, a little surprised, loses some traction, and this is your overall. Big D takes the line away, moves to our lead. How are these guys looking for cuts, Cam?
Right now, they're actually pretty clean. The top 3 guys all have 1 second of cuts. Sosha is the one that has the most with 4 seconds. But so far, it seems pretty clean from everybody.
Another one of these battles here, gonna go down to the wire, Cam. Big D Flyer versus Johnny. Johnny goes down. Man, his bike was just ghost riding down the track. I didn't see a rider on there.
Oh.
And it almost made the turn without him on there. Johnny's gonna have to remount a charge. Big D Flyer working his way around some lap traffic. Then it's still Simpson. He's got some roost all over the front of his bike, but what a ride for him, holding down to that 3 spot. Sosha still in our top 5, but you know he's gonna be frustrated. He feels like a contender now at this point. He's put the work in. He's got a great team, great suspension behind him. Still
Will we see him switch bikes again next week?
Yeah, we'll see. 3 different brands so far for him, but we'll see what he's comfortable with. Still trying to find that comfort, but he's in a great spot nonetheless. From there, it's T-Dub. What a ride for him today. Really looking good on that 24 Yamaha. Oh, big crash though. Oxygen looking to take advantage. Coming over the speed check. Ryan Kaniger in the mix, still running inside the top 10. A little bit better Moto 2 for him, a little bit more consistent. Started up front, 2 great starts. That's one thing with this guy. He's a great starter. For a rookie, he's going to be up front early. It's just what can he do with his first couple laps, and can he get the training time in, stay on 2 wheels? If he can, look out. He's dangerous.
He does typically start to fade at the end of the moto, so let's see if he can try to keep his mind straight and keep it going.
Yeah, he's got McStovepipe right behind him. Little mistake from McStovepipe, but what a ride for him. Still inside the top 10 in the 8th spot right here. He's going to have a little pressure from behind. See if he can maintain in this rough.
That's a big switch up there from moto number 1 for McStovepipe.
I think this
He's killing it out here.
He is really absolutely killing it, man. Shout out to this guy, but for real, I mean, I think this is his first moto of the season where he's scoring points, and he's doing it in a big way.
Yeah, we know he has the speed and the consistency. His problem is the starts. It seems like he always gets tangled up on those first opening laps. As we saw in that first moto, he was only able to work his way up to 22nd. Give that guy a good clean start though, and a fresh track. He's good to go.
For sure.
He's working on oxygen right now. It's not over yet. Let's go back out front though. This battle's
Ooh,
still
Oxygen must
going.
have had a mistake.
Big flyer sending it way down the hill. Copeland, number 443. Looking for this overall win here today. He holds a 1.9 second lead over Johnny. Johnny starting to creep back into the picture. Let's check out some of our battles. Shorty from about dead last. Still trying to get into the top 10 here late. He's in the 11th spot. He's got a couple Suzukis up ahead of him.
Man, I think he deserves the Hard Charger Award. Starting this moto off in 33rd place.
Tough one for Quad Ripper here. We saw what he was capable of in Moto 1, but really tough to put two together here in this series on these tracks when you're in traffic. And he was up there. He was top 5. I think it was this turn on the very first lap that got him right here. Maybe a guy went down in front of him or he went down himself, but big pile up and the rest is history.
Yeah, definitely a
Looks
hard
like
break for him in Moto 2. Was really hoping to see him out front again.
Severs is in the chat right now saying that he's trying to sign Big D Flyer. We might have some contracts on the line here after
Man,
this moto.
nothing like a team coming in and trying to buy the red plate. But right now it's Johnny. Johnny back to the lead, man. We missed it as a broadcast team. The contracts are beautiful, but the bonus is even bigger out here today at Lakewood, Colorado. We got 1 minute, 30 seconds plus 2 laps to go, and Johnny retakes your lead on that Track Hazard Media team.
So yeah, these guys should have 3 laps to go. They'll be on 2 laps to go as they cross the line this next time.
Still a 22-second gap on the rest of the field for 1-2.
Simpson still holding it down in 3rd place, looking excellent. I can't even talk tonight either. Looking really good here for moto number 2. Sosha is trying to stay Mr. Consistent, still running in 4th place, and T-Dub. Finally a big break for that guy there too. I think he had a lot of issues in moto number 1.
Yeah, bike looks great tonight. Hair's flowing tonight. He's riding very well. Definitely making a statement here for our C-Class heroes. But the PMC TDB rider, he's got a nice team of guys behind him now, all trying to work their way up. We see Z-Dog, one of his teammates here on the 469, running in the 13th spot. One of his better finishes as well. So T-Dub, Z-Dog holding it down for the squad. You got D-Bone in a scoring position as well. So great job for these guys, all inside the top 20. Some great stories here in Moto 2 at Lakewood, Colorado. McStovepipe of the Chesco boys. He's in 8th. Maybe can grab a 7th here. Also has Cam, Shorty, and Skeet on his heels. So some work left to be done for this top 10 for McStovepipe. But you know everybody's cheering for him. Johnny taking back over in this one. Consistent late when it counts. Just got the 2 lap card, so it's going to be this and then 1 more to go. He's putting the hand up a little early. Still has to get around the track twice, but big lead on Big D Flyer. Must have had a big mistake. Maybe came in contact with a lapper.
Still got Simpson holding it down in 3rd, kind of running his own race right now.
And he's not that far behind Big D. We did see Big D kind of fold here on the last few laps of that first moto. So as long as Simpson can kind of keep him close by, it's not the end. It's not over yet.
Anything can happen in these last 2 laps.
We're going to see a red plate on Johnny's bike when we come back for round 4. we would like to announce, we'll make a Discord announcement official tomorrow, but we will be taking 1 week off. High Point will not be for 2 weeks, so 1 week off, come back the second week, and we will be at round 4 High Point. Cam has to travel to New York for work, and we can't do it without the team, so we'll be taking 1 week off after Lakewood, Colorado here, and back for round 4 in 2 weeks. So Johnny's gonna have that red plate a little bit longer, and everyone's gonna have a little bit of extra time to get some training in on these new tracks that are coming out, as well as High Point for round 4.
I think we could all use the practice on High Point. That's brutal.
Yep. Sorry, boys, for pushing off High Point 1 extra week. I know that is my favorite track. I was actually really looking forward to that one. But yeah, it looks like fortunately got to work in real life, and so we'll take 1 week off, give everybody a little bit of a break there too, a little reset, and we'll be right back into all the motos the following week.
Absolutely, can't wait. White flag for Johnny. He's got to go around one more time for this overall. 1-1 on the day. Looked a little sketchy at some points here in Moto 2 with Big D Flyer on his tail, but Johnny, the THM Track Hazard Media Rider, is going to get it done here today. Let's fly with him on the drone.
While you're flying with him, looks like Sosha almost caught Simpson for 3rd place, looking about 5 seconds behind him on timing and scoring.
We will check into that battle here. See if
Severs,
we can't catch it on track right now.
Severs just pointed out that Johnny's home race is also High Point.
Oh wow. Red plate coming into his home race, looking to grab even more momentum. Looking right now for Sosha. There's Sosha on track. Where's Simpson? Simpson looks like he's behind him, so Sosha is around Simpson here, mixing up this overall a little bit for the day. Gonna have to fly back over to Johnny. I can see him. There's Quad Ripper. D-Bone, TK, Bounty Hunter in the back. There's Fuzz. And here should be Johnny coming around now. Going up that big uphill triple. Clears the vision one more time. There's Big D Flyer going for a cartwheel, but great ride for him here in his first ever race. It's gonna go 2-2 for the day. See one of the Chesco boy lappers here. Jay Lou finishing off his moto. But the story here today is going to be our new red plate holder, Track Hazard Media, Yamaha rider Johnny, number 794. Back-to-back overall wins. Gets it done in Lakewood, Colorado. Congratulations. Big D almost got it done here today. What a ride from him. Might be a privateer. Not sure. We'll see who picks this guy up. Great performance. 2-2. Almost had the win. But experience is what he gained here today. 2-2 for Big D Flyer. 2nd overall.
For him, he has the speed. He just needs to clean up some small mistakes. And I think we could definitely see him battling for more wins.
What could have been for Sosha today, you clean up the mistakes. He might be right there in the mix in this battle for the overall. Some of these guys at the top do seem like they're established. They want to remain at the front, and they feel like they belong there. You can see it in their riding. You can see it in the way they train, the way their bikes are set up. So some of these other guys are just going to have to figure out how to go a couple more gears, a couple more clicks to compete. But we can see here, track looks gnarly here at the end of the day, Cam. Where's Kanigher gonna come across here? Simpson does hold on to 4th. What a ride for him. And it's Ryan Kanigher at the line, 5th over T-Dub. Great ride for T-Dub. Can't take anything away from him either. And Kyle McStovepipe of the Chesco boys with the 7th place. Best finish of the season for him. That's going to find himself on the edit cam when we come to High Point for the Lakewood, Colorado recap highlights. Your boy McStovepipe just made it in to the cut.
I just got word that Fuzz thought the race was over and stopped.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Terrible for Fuzz. Shorty only able to get back to 11th, but great ride for him. Quad Ripper, big mistake at the line. It's going to allow TK to lock down the 13th spot. D-Bone. 3 of those PMC riders within the top 20. Love to see that. Slime Little Dude still struggling to put it all together, but showed that he is capable here once again today. Bounty Hunter in his return to racing scores points in both motos, but he'll realize quickly now, 2 minutes off the leaders, he's going to have to pick it back up and see what he's missing here. Man, what a great night of racing. Round 3, Colorado Lakewood. Beautiful track here tonight. What do you guys got for us? Comments?
Man, Moto 1 was wild. I will say that. Seemed like on Moto 2, a lot of these guys kind of calmed down a little bit, try to give each other a little bit more space on these opening laps, and everybody just kind of locked into their positions. So overall, excellent racing. Congrats on the top 5 there. Doing a very good job. Johnny, Big D, Sosha, Simpson, and then Kanigher rounding out your top 5 there for Moto number 2.
Awesome results from those guys. Let's go to our booth, and we will figure out our overall, get our overall points posted and everything here for you guys tonight. I'll be up for a little bit. See if we can get our winners in here. We'll get Johnny back. First, we'll take a quick break. All right, we got Johnny with us, our winner overall here tonight, 1-1. Little bit of pressure in there, or a little pressure there in Moto 2, but you got it done, capitalized, held on. What do you got to say?
I was definitely getting nervous out there, and I told myself I got to be consistent and I'll win, and that's exactly what happened again.
We saw you come through the field. You're great at doing that when you get a bad start. You have no trouble, putting your head down, making passes, getting to the front. But with the whole shot, a little different scenario. You got to go, start to finish, 20 minutes plus 2, all by yourself. He crept in a few times. You managed to hold him off. He did take the lead for just a bit, but Big D Flyer definitely seems like he's going to be a competitor going forward. You did gain the red plate tonight. I know I'm babbling, but red plate we're going to have next week off, and then round 4, High Point. We heard it's your home track. Looking forward to it. Red plate, home track. How's that feel?
It feels amazing to have that red plate. It's a nice feeling.
They say it's a little heavy. Sosha struggled a little bit tonight. He had the speed. He managed to get up to 3rd there in Moto 2 at the end before the checkered, but red plate looked a little heavy tonight. How do you block out some of those feelings?
Just keep practicing and grind out High Point now.
Hell yeah, man. Well, good luck with the grind. Good luck with the training, and we'll see you there.
All right, I do got to thank Track Hazard Media and AOT Racing.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to them as well for getting your bike ready and you being here and racing with us. We appreciate that, and we can't wait to see the red plate bike on stream.
Hell yeah.
See you then, man.
See ya.
Key to the
And
race is just to spit on that thing.
yeah, I guess so, right? And second overall, we got Big Flyer. See if he'll get up in here.
I do not see him.
He was non-existent for his.
Oh no, he is there. Okay, let's
All
pull him
right,
up.
let's get him in here.
Yo.
Hey man, how you doing? First night in the East Coast Dirtbags Racing League. You're on stream. You're famous. Your first night, you get a star bike right before it all starts, and you almost get this win. Tell us about Moto 2. You were so close, man.
Yeah, I was just a little excited with it being my first race. So once the track started getting rough, I wasn't really paying attention. I made a couple mistakes and started losing my lead, but I think there's a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, awesome, man. You looked great out there tonight. There's a lot of teams in chat on Twitch saying they're coming after you, want to get you signed here for the rest of the season. So check your
Oh,
DMs.
I'm ready.
You might have a lot of offers. But yeah, man, great ride here tonight. Definitely
Thank
gave
you.
Johnny a challenge. Anything I guess you have to say for us?
Not much other than I'm coming for you, Johnny.
Well, no, you did a very good job there tonight. You definitely have the speed. If you clean up some of those little mistakes there towards the end of those motos, I think you got it.
Appreciate it. I'll be working on it.
Hell yeah, man. 8 rounds to go. It's going to be a challenge, but maybe you can work your way into the playoff in the top 20. If not, get a race win out here, free pass to the LCQ. Or if you can work your way into top 30 even, which should be no problem, you know, how you're doing so far. But yeah, can't wait to see the hunt down to the playoffs, man. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. You guys have a good night.
We'll see
You
you,
too
brother.
there.
Later.
Fess in chat, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. And last but not least, rounding out our podium, was it Sosha with the 4-3? I think so, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's get Sosha up here and talk to him. That'll be a good one.
I do not see him down there.
Hang him real quick. Oh, you got him. Okay.
Was his first moto finish again? Was it 4?
I think it was.
Sosha went 4-3.
Yep, yep,
Put him third.
yep. Just waiting for the homie. And then we'll wrap this stream up. And man, what a round 3. Lakewood was crazy. Thanks for being here, DJ, by the way. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. We got Sosha in here now.
Awesome. Sosha, man. Tough night. Goes with the Suzuki. 3 different brands in 3 rounds, but you came in with the red plate tonight. How did the red plate feel during the motos?
You know, I mean, if you would have told me a month ago I'd have a red plate at anything in life, I would have laughed at you. So I was just stoked to have it. I made the most of it. Definitely lost it, but you know, long season. Shit happens. We'll see.
Certainly a long season. You have the speed, man. You look good out there. A couple of mistakes here tonight. Really tough track. Kind of switching up brands, like we said, last minute. But nonetheless, you're still in this thing. Another third overall. It's 3 podiums to start the season. Can't really deny the consistency there. But what's it gonna take to maybe, you know, compete with Johnny or take him off the top spot after 3 consecutive moto wins here?
Just cleaning it up, man. I feel like last round I was even worse, even sketchier. Had maybe a couple more crashes. I don't know. The Dookie was my saving grace this round. It helped me kind of hold it together. But yeah, it's gonna take just a clean, straight up clean moto to even keep that dude in my sides. He is ripping right now. And Big D Flyer, is that the dude in second?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy's killing it too. It's gonna take a lot to catch those dudes. They're ripping.
Absolutely, yeah, they're flying. we'll always take a look at everything and do what we got to do. But we're excited for the rest of the series. We think it's going to be great battles to the end, and hope to keep seeing you up here, man. Thanks for the overlay. It was absolutely amazing. It looks awesome. If everyone didn't check in or see the point standings that we have running on the screen right now, that was thanks to Sosha. And that looks so awesome, whether we were in the game overlay or the desk booth here right now. So appreciate everything you do for our series, everything you did for our team, and the MXB Factory team has been showing out so far. So, bro, we love you. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, nothing but love. Thanks to Skeet, Cooley, Goat, you, Cam, Jason. I mean, the whole crew. Is every week we have an awesome time. So love to do it. Love to see you guys next round.
Hell yeah, man. We will see you there. Round 4, we are taking a week off next week, but we will see you for High Point in 2 weeks. So obviously we'll talk to you before then and be at the training tracks. But once again, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the podium again. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good night.
See you, bro.
You too.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Myself, Jimmy. We got Cam, and we got DJ. Any last words, boys?
Cam, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. Another great round here today. Excellent racing in Moto number 1. The C class always delivers. Super excited for High Point here in 2 weeks. And get ready.